Hello everybody, I'd like to welcome any new viewers to my channel. My name is Lance and this is my take on a beginner's guide for Pokemon Unite. So if none of you know or you guys have been living under a rock for the past few days, Pokemon Unite is set out to be the most hyped multiplayer online battle arena PvP game to come out this year. So it's releasing officially for my region, Southeast Asia, on mobile on the 22nd of September. I just gathered some information from various sites, various content creators, as well as input some of my tips which I learned from watching others play this game. I hope that you find this guide to be very helpful for you in your transition into the game. As always, drop a like, share and subscribe if you found this content helpful. And of course, if you have anything to add to the content, please drop in the comment section. I really appreciate it that there are some senior players playing on the Nintendo Switch that are watching my channel. So if you have any tips and tricks or you want to see any specific guides, drop it down below. We'll be doing a character analysis for every single character once the game is out tomorrow. So let's get on with it, shall we? So first thing first, an overview of the game. So for those of you who don't know what a MOBA is, it's acronym for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena. So you'll be facing opponents in a 5 versus 5 format. You have 5 unique categories of Pokemon with different mechanics and different play styles. And even within those categories, you have subdivisions of Pokemon with different playstyles altogether. So this game is quite wide range, so you definitely have something that you prefer to play. So I'll go in depth into the categories at a later stage of the video. You have 2 major roles if you boil it down, which is laner and jungler. You have 3 separate lanes and a jungle in between. Her items give you an edge to the gameplay. So this is actually one of the most innovative aspects I feel from this game. But it's also one of the most criticized because we have items which is purchasable and upgradable with real money. So this is one of the technically first popularized MOBA which actually includes in-game pay-to-win mechanics. Are they significant? Based on the videos which I've collected, yes, they are quite significant, but you should be able to get through it with a little bit of luck, but also you can always party with other people to mitigate that on your side if you're free to play. So there are 2 separate game modes to my knowledge, which is casual and ranked. There also seems to be a practice tool which you can use to test out the characters if you wish to go that route. Personally, I would say once you get comfortable with the character, you should try to test it out in unranked before heading to rank. Based on my experience with MOBAs, the community most of the time are not pleasant. Yeah, you hear quite a few insults like this. Why are you in my rank? Oh my god, you're so trash. Ako bit to tango one board. And the most famous of them all, Tanginamo. So yeah, do just keep an open mind. Try not to get tilted by your teammates. If you can, party up, play with your friends. Much better experience in my honest opinion. And the gameplay is straightforward. Score to win. So as you can see, there are some of the playable characters. I'm not sure whether we'll get Blastoise immediately because it's a new playable character. But you will see Greninja, Zeraora, Gardevoir, Pikachu, Eldegoss, Snorlax. Definitely, there are some pay-to-win characters like Garchomp, but those characters and how they will be obtainable will be revealed tomorrow once the mobile version release. We expect it to be the same on Switch as it is on mobile, but who knows, they might throw in some twists. So we're on the Pokemon Unite website. I'll drop the link down in the comments section if you guys want to have a look at all the Pokemon for yourself. So we have a total of 5 roles as I mentioned before. So we have Pokemon that have low endurance and excel at dealing heavy range damage to opponents. So these are known as attackers. So Gardevoir, Pikachu, Greninja, Venusaur, Alolan Ninetales, and for the bottom 2 is Cramorant and Cinderace. So these Pokemon excel at dealing insane amount of damage from a range, but you can't get too close to others, or they're very susceptible to dying if they get crowd control. So do be careful. Next we have the Speedster category. So this Pokemon have high mobility and offense and excel at making quick attacks and scoring points. So Zeraora Talonflame, Absol, and Gengar. Do note that these Pokemon will be in their base forms when you first get them. So Talonflame will be a Fletchling, Gengar will be a Ghastly, and they only get better with time. Next we have All-Rounder, which is personally my favorite class. So these I would describe as a jack of all trades, master of none category. So they have a balanced offense and defense and highly tenacious fighters. So Charizard, always a good pick. Lucario, very nice. Machamp, pretty buff. And Garchomp, shout out to Chachun. Next, Defender class. So these are basically the goalkeepers, the peeps who will basically be your main line against the enemy attackers. So these Pokemon have high endurance and excel at protecting allies and hindering opponents. So you have Blastoise, Snorlax, who kind of looks like me, Crustle, as well as Slowbro. And then last but not least, we have the supporter role. So this role is basically going to get the most shit out of all the roles. You know, I know, every single MOBA, all the supporters get shit on. So we have Blissey, Eldegoss, Mr. Mime, and Wigglytuff. So these Pokemon provide team support by inflicting status conditions and healing allies. So pick a poison, guys, test it out. Personally speaking, if I had to choose one of each category, my pick would be Alolan Ninetales for attacker. For Speedster, it'd probably be Zeraora. For all-rounder, Garchomp. For defender, it would be Snorlax. And for supporter, it will probably be Wigglytuff. But this is just based on my personal preferences. It's not they're better than anybody else or anything like that. If you want a card like that, I'm going to be creating a tier list. Now back to the video. Yes, you can heal in base. It heals you rapidly. And you can also heal in the score pads, your ally score pads if I'm not mistaken. But it heals much moderately. And then you can also pick up some berries across the map. So, speaking about an example of a Pokemon, we have one of my favorite, which is Gardevoir. So Gardevoir has access to two abilities. One you can unlock at level 1 and one you can unlock at level 3 is interchangeable. Personally speaking, from what I've seen, Confusion seems to be the better level 1 pick. So you can choose between Confusion and Teleport, and then you can upgrade it to Teleport to Psyshock at level 6, and Confusion to Psychic at level 8, or Moonblast or Future Sight. So which of these abilities should you pick? I wouldn't tell, because it depends on the state of your game. It depends on how you want to play the game, and it's very versatile to use, so it's completely up to you. Passive is Synchronize, and the ultimate move is Fairy Singularity. So if you want to know more about my boy Gardevoir, check out the character review coming out once the game comes out. So as you can see the score pads. These are actually the score pads. So these are the red side and blue side, which is what I refer to, because it's basically what every League of Legends players refers to. I used to play League of Legends. And then you have your neutral camps here, which are your jungle characters. So notably will be Ipom, Audinio, and then you have the objectives. So let me just go to my next queue, which is the map and objectives. So we have a typical 5v5 map format. So we have 2 lanes and a jungle in between them. The point of this game is to gather Eos energy, which is represented with the yellow orb, and dunk them in, like what Lucario is doing there. You have a total of 5 score zones on each side of the map, and each score zone has a max limit of points. So I've actually drawn up a score zone map for you guys to refer to, but let me just get to the next point first. There are 3 neutral objectives on the map, which is Zapdos, Rotom, and Dreadnought. They spawn at different times during the game, and each of them grant different buffs. So the way to secure the win generally is to get the max points before the timer ends, or force the enemy to surrender with your awesome explosive skills. So what am I talking about? What's this Dreadnought and all this? So this is what the map looks like. So in the first scoring pot, you can score 80 points maximum. Second one you can score 100, and the last one you can score unlimited. So you want to basically reach their base as soon as possible. So the way to get Aeos points is to kill neutral camps, kill the enemies, as well as take down objectives. So the objectives represented here are Rotom, which is on the top lane. The middle is occupied by Zapdos, and the bottom lane objective is Dreadnought. Do be wary, these objectives are hard to kill. But once you have them on your side, they provide insane buffs. Let me get to those buffs right now. So if you don't have enough time in the day to listen to a man ranting for 10 minutes about a game, here's a TLDR. Fight and score to win, collect Aeos points, Dungerman, win the game. Play smart, focus on leveling up and getting objective. If your Pokemon can evolve, make sure you push them to evolve as soon as possible, achieve their final forms where they can deal the most out of their kit. Play around your team. This is, in the end of the day, is a team game. So focus up on teamwork to lead to victory. Develop your game sense. So your game knowledge will expand over time. You will subconsciously be able to do things you couldn't previously. So that just comes with experience. So play more, learn more, get good, guys. Utilize items and battle items. So there are certain things which you can use in the game. These are active battle items. So if you can see on the screen, there's a potion there. And there are items which you can equip on your unit to passively give you stats. So make sure that you find the right balance for your character so that you can reap the max benefits. And also tune in to my guides and character reviews if you need a little bit more convincing on which character you should pursue, or you want to know a little bit more about character before getting it. So after that TLDR, I still feel like I should just drop a little bit of advice from my experience playing MOBAs for so long. So, I can only teach you so much. I think the best way to learn a game is to head into the game and test out stuff for yourself. Sure, following guides, following tier lists and all will help you, but by testing all the roles and characters, you can actually find your comfort, your style of play, your preferred items. Losing is a part of the process. If you're anything like me, you're going to end up losing quite a bit. But just accept it as a necessary part of your growth and keep your head high. Also, take your time to learn before ranking, because once you start ranking, you're gonna have the pressure of needing to improve, needing to get better. So while you're still able to take the game at a casual pace, I suggest you really take the time to learn the ropes and get better at the basics of knowing the map, knowing objective timings, as well as knowing your character. The metas will change, so be ready to adapt. Your favorite character might not be the best character or might not even be usable in the future. So you just got to learn to adapt and move with the meta. If not, try to challenge it. Try to bring your own unique offense. That's also a very good way of playing the game. Role shifting is not uncommon, so maybe on day one you feel like you're an all-rounder, and then maybe you feel like you're an attacker, and then you settle into the defense role. So it's completely fine. It's totally normal, and just make sure that if you have a pre-game party, you discuss with them what roles you're going to play so that you are able to synergize much better. And also get your items once you've confirmed everything. Don't buy your items and be like, oh, this item is not good on this character, I've wasted my money, etc, etc. Especially if you're working on a budget. Make sure you understand which characters use which item to the best of their abilities. Make sure you buy popular items. Don't follow tier lists, to be honest, when it comes to items. As I said before, try to find someone who actually tests out every single item and then see for yourself the results, like when the item is level 1 versus when it's max, and how much benefit it truly brings to the gameplay experience. That's all from me, everybody. I hope you find this guide genuinely helpful. I'm excited. I'll probably be streaming Pokemon Unite tomorrow, probably for a couple of hours, we'll see. Till we meet again, everybody, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Peace.